joined BaRRaCCuDDa, andNeilMah, Aggro. That's us. We're the backliners. Well, Bear and I are backliners. Neil is dirty and also a frontliner, but those two things don't have to be related. But Neil, thanks for coming on the podcast this week. I had a lot of I teased that you might be coming on this week last week, and I got a lot of excitement. I have to say, people were looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, you guys.
Of course,
You're
dude.
welcome.
First of all, Barra, let's talk about the top knot that Neil has going on right now. This is not good podcast content, I realize as soon as I bring it up. But for those of you listening, Neil has pulled his hair into a top knot, and I think it looks fantastic. Your thoughts, Barra?
I love it. I think guys, hairstyles, and men in general need to be more approving of more, kind of just more diversity, I think, with how men look. And I feel like people judge other men, or I feel like men judge other men too harshly, too much.
I think that's true of both sexes, though, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, women and other women are, like, always going at it. Like, that's, like, a big thing, right? So maybe it's just people judge your own gender too harshly.
I would agree, because when I grew my hair out, people were like, "You look homeless," and I was like, "That's a little rude," and I'm kind of offended that you would do that. And especially, dude, it's during a pandemic right now.
Oh, I know.
Like, cut somebody some slack. Like, if they don't want to cut their hair and they want to grow it out and put in a man bun,
I agree.
Go for it, man. I will fully support you.
You've caught me red-handed. You know my story.
I really thought I was going to do it. I'm going to be honest. I thought I was going to grow my hair out. I thought that I would give it a shot, and I just lost my mind way too fast.
It's tough out here.
It really is.
Every day, and you look in the mirror, and you're like, today's the day, man. Like, I got to get rid of it. Today's the day. And that's still every day. It's a struggle, but, you know, I'm out here trucking.
Mentally strong. Mentally strong. That's one of the first things that comes to mind when it comes to NeilMah. Guys, both of you big winners this week, at least on Sunday, today. Your games played. Neil, we'll start with you, because it had been a minute since you guys had found a win. It was a bit of a struggle for you guys for a little bit there.
All right.
Do you want me to? Am I wrong? Am I supposed to stop or what?
I just didn't know you were just gonna bring it up. I agreed to come on this. I didn't know this is what this is gonna be about. You know?
Okay, but you didn't even let me finish. Okay.
Okay.
You guys hadn't won a whole lot recently. However, what a perfect, phenomenal, dominant, Xing Chen absolute textbook performance coming from NeilMah this week, the Xing Chen main himself. Here's my first question. Why do you guys hate Freya so much? Because you guys could have totally picked her game 1, and I think game 2, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong on game 2, and you guys chose not to. If you don't mind talking about it, I'm curious about it.
Zap gets what Zap wants. I don't know. It's just we had we definitely thought about it for sure, but there was definitely a reason we didn't want to play it. I'm not gonna really talk about too much
what's
why.
The reason? I play you guys next weekend.
That's kind of wild. You're asking, I don't know. It's just like we didn't feel like we needed to be honest. Like just looking at the draft, like.
Would you need to against me?
I haven't looked that far ahead. You know, I kind of like wake up the day before. I'm like, oh, we playing guys. You look at the draft.
Neil, you don't wake up 30 minutes beforehand and not talk about it at all? I thought that was kind of the way to do it. That's kind of weird.
So we put on our thinking caps. The way our drafts go, man, we put on our thinking caps. We talk about picks and bans.
Okay.
And then we have it all planned out. And then we get to the game day every single time. This happens literally every time we get to game day, and someone's like, you know that ban we talked about yesterday? Why don't we do this instead? And we're just like, and then for some reason that person always wins out, and we're just like, we should go fuck it. Like, everyone have it anytime, fuck it, let's try it out. Are you allowed to swear? Are you allowed to swear on this?
It's discouraged, but not against the rules. I think that's where I'll end up.
So, yeah, it's just all caution goes to the wind, and, you know, we're just a team that adjusts on the fly, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but it is what it is. Hey,
you guys got the dub anyways. You were kind of slamming on the Xing Chen. You were getting in there. I was kind of
hook slamming. Hook slamming.
You sure were. Hook and slamming, I suppose.
Yeah, I trolled once super hard on the dual lane gank, and Bobby was hurt. He won me, went me back, stepped me, and pushed me in a tower, and I felt a fool.
Well, nothing you do about that. I mean,
yeah,
sometimes nothing you could have done for sure. You played it perfectly, as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you.
So you guys get a big win. BaRRA, you guys also play in what I'm pretty sure is the fastest best of 3 that went all 3 games I've ever seen in my entire life. What were the game times? Wait, here. I can actually pull it up.
22, 24, and 26.
Yeah,
that was wild.
Insane. What was that set like to play in? Because it was weird.
Game 1. Oh, yeah, that was the Freya game. They're Scream and Hurry just went on a suicide mission to our back camp.
Bro, what was that?
I was
so confused. I was so confused.
Why'd they go into that 2v2 like so confident? And I just don't get it. Like, do they really win that so hard? Like,
I think there is a world where if Hurry, no, he had to have a point and kiss. So
no world.
No world. No. I was gonna say if he had 2 points in his heel, and they both if they blinked on Ven, I think there is a world where they could have one-shot him. But
he
would have had. Yeah, he would have had to played it pretty bad.
Yeah, you're basically asking for a misplay at that point. I don't
100%.
know. That was. Yeah, if I were casting, I'd say ambitious. Since I'm not on cast, I'm gonna say bad.
Yeah, it was not good.
And then I think Vin just got really fed, and I was a Freya literally free farming left side of the map, which anytime a Freya is left unchecked, like, I just get to relax the entire time and just pop off in team fights. I didn't really get a chance to pop off in team fights, kind of just chase the Achilles around each fight. But, I mean, my teammates just hard carried that game. And then I just watched game 2 back on stream, and I disrespected their duo lane very hard. And it will not happen against PK's duo lane. I know how good PK's duo is. I don't, Neil, does this happen to you where like you just don't respect people randomly and you're just
all the time. Every day, every day of scrims, man. I'm dead for no reason. And I'm like, dude, what am I doing? I'm like thinking like surely there was a reason. I think, and I was like, no, I just wanted to be stunned for some reason. I just die. Like,
I wanted to be stunned.
I don't like all the time, man, all the time.
Because I literally, like, Jake told me he was backing, so there's a wave pushing. I kill the archers and then step up to the next wave meeting. When I know Sobek's in duo jungle, I get plucked, poked to half HP, and then take the aggressive route back into lane.
You had to get there faster, man. It was the only way.
Exactly. Like, if I missed one minion, that's the end of me. So I killed Jake by Jake trying to peel me out. And then Solo gets solo.
So really, that wasn't a big loss right there. Like, that's fine. You're still
just par for the course. Like, nothing you could do about that. I mean,
I get to solo a wave. Yeah, Solo died there as well at basically the same time. So both side lanes lost in literally 2 minutes. And Cupid Ymir into Sobek Rama from behind is a very bad duo lane into their duo lane.
I think that duo lane from behind is bad anyways, if from behind. Like, if you're behind with Cupid Ymir, I can't imagine there's many matchups that you feel great in.
Yeah, 100%. And I did not feel great that game. And it was just one of those games where, like, you finish Devos after them, and then you finish Boots after them, and you're, like, struggling to find your footing back into the game, especially when you're losing literally every purple buff. And I was losing literally every purple buff, so I could not, like, I don't know. I just couldn't get, like, my window. Like, that Cupid team fight you're, like, searching for, or, like, Cupid, like, laning phase you're searching for, just sometimes, like, doesn't hit. And it feels really bad when it doesn't hit, but when it does hit, it feels really good. That's why everyone's picking Cupid right now. It's because, the god's, like, ceiling is so high.
Yeah.
And the floor is so low, so I was right there on the floor. Yeah, we couldn't get, like, a recovery going game 2. Like, we were talking about it in comms, like, what side of the map we wanted to play on, like, what we wanted to do. And we just couldn't do anything. And it felt really bad. And then game 3, I told Vin at, like, level 3 to go to Oracles. And then he pathed under red back to mid, which I thought, on the map, I was like, what has Vin doing? But we ended up getting, like, a double kill off of it. And I think I got, like, 1 kill, and then we got first blood on Scream, I think. So their mid jungle was behind. I don't know why they chased. They chased like a tier 2 tower.
Yeah, forever. They chased forever.
Yeah. And then, like, 3 levels later, we chased them forever to their back camps because it's literally a scrim that's streamed. And I get, like, a disgusting, like, 2-man knock up and save last, and then we kill Gaijay as well, who rotated in. Like, I mean, he's just doing the ADC thing. Like, oh yeah, don't worry, guys, I'll come help you. And I got like a disgusting knockup on them. And we won the team fight hard. And then our draft on paper looked just so bad.
Game 3?
What was the draft in game 3?
It was, I'll just go like across. Jing, Fafnir, Thoth, Hebo, Herc.
Yeah, that draft sucked. For sure. I'm like so sure it did. I know, dude. And you gave them the same comp that they had in the game where they just wiped you in game 2, except for Sobek.
That was such a weird set.
It was Kuzenbo instead of Sobek. That was the only difference.
Yeah. That's not a real thing. I'm not looking like, man, these guys just stomped us with this draft. We can't give them those gods again, or we're gonna lose.
Listen, man, I'm not saying that you can't win if they get those same gods. I'm just saying that they know they can execute with those gods when they got stomped game 1. So it's pretty volatile, and I feel like if the set's gonna be volatile, then you might as well keep them off comfort stuff. But hey, what do I know? You guys won, so it doesn't matter.
Those games were just a coin flip.
It was weird. I watched game 1, and I was like, I don't know if I want to watch game 2. I think Renegades are just going to run away with it. I watched a bit of game 2, and I was like, what is happening, man? I've never seen a team just bounce back immediately and just slam the other team, and I was like, what is going on?
And then game 3, we just stomped them. So, you know, it's just a coin flip kind of day, I guess.
Unreal.
A win's a win.
A win is a win.
Did you guys know you were going to win game 2 so fast?
No, like not at all. I remember we were watching it back a little bit after, and we were watching game 2, and we were like, you know, this game ends in like 8 minutes, right? We're all like, how? Like what happened? Like, I don't even remember.
You know, I actually knew you guys were going to win that super fast. And you want to know why?
I would love to know why.
Scary D, Alma from ahead.
That's classic. That is classic, honestly.
Trust me, that guy, I mean, you know, that guy runs games. He literally teleported solo, or teleported duo, sorry, and just demolished in duo, rotated back to duo, rotated back to gold. And, dude, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say it was like a solo diff, but, dude.
Bear, if you're going to walk up to the ledge, you might as well jump in the pool, man. I mean, come on.
Like, I mean, Scary just like, he just runs the map from ahead, man. It's so annoying to play against. And I mean, PK as in general, you guys are just annoying to play against. I don't know why.
I take so much pride in that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know that's exactly what Neil wants to hear. Like, literally the exact words that you could tell to Neil to make him the happiest man alive. And it's not exclusive to Neil. When I was talking to Aurora years ago, and I think this was season 3 or season 4 maybe, and I was talking to him about his play style and why he thinks the way he plays is better than a lot of other supports that were in the league at the time. And he was like, I don't know, man. I just really want to be as annoying as I possibly can. Like, my favorite compliment is being told that people hate to play against me. I love that. And like, that's exactly what I want to do as a player. And Neil, I feel like I've heard you say basically the same thing to me.
Absolutely. Like, I think it's easier to learn that playstyle too for me, because when someone like Aurora, like you practice against them and he's being so annoying, like it sticks with you. It's like it makes you feel a certain type of way. And I think about like what he's doing, and I think I picked up a lot of those plays from like him and Mike, especially when I was coming up. And it's just, I think, I don't know, just like it burns in my brain. I'm like, that was so annoying, dude. I want to do it to someone else so bad.
And that's how Neil became one of the best invaders in season 5 and 6. Then just sitting on speed buffs, right?
It's a lot of fun. I prefer it.
I mean, that meta is just so annoying. Like, the annoying meta is just annoying. Like, were you guys...
Well said, Bear.
Okay, you would agree. They just run at you, and you're like, I can't outtrade them. What am I supposed to do here?
You know, like you guys started that on Space Station. Like, we did some weird start. Like, this is when you guys were doing weird starts, and we did a weird start back to you. And then you ran at our speed with, like one person. Or, like, why don't we run, like, with 2 people? And I was like, well, I just run at theirs by myself. And that's where the whole thing was born.
We did not start that.
You did. We stole that from you guys.
No. I have a hard time envisioning
the whole year, man. Then
I have a hard time. I don't know, man. I have a hard time envisioning.
I saw Jeff Hindla at my speed.
Yeah, yes. at your speed.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
No way we started it. No way.
You did. You did. I swear.
Are you sure it wasn't you?
No, you guys did something weird to us first, and we're just like, we kind of did it back, we changed it a bit, and then it was born.
And then was it?
And then you guys just never did it again. I remember you guys played. I forget who you played first, but you didn't do it for some reason. I was like, dude, it would have been so sick if they did that thing to us they were doing all week. That we're gonna do to the old PK team this week.
I don't remember why we didn't want to do it. We might have just lost confidence in it, or like we were losing too much on one side of the map. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's your fault, so.
That is my fault.
That's the long story short.
Yeah,
I remember going through like that phase of like Jeff invading. I don't think Jeff was like great at it though. I don't think he liked doing it either, because he was always like the more standard support and like wanting to just kind of get the team fights and farm and like do guardian things, but he hated invading like no other.
I died so many times getting that right in practice. I'm sure that's pretty deterring too for like anybody. Like, oh, dead again. 5 seconds leave, guys. My bad. I'm gonna do it again next game though, so be ready for that.
Yeah, cause you just have to learn your limits on everything, and then it's annoying to just scrim with because you're like, are we even gonna do this? Like when it comes to SPL.
Yep.
And when you've had like mixed results with the strategy, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it was no fun for junglers. Neil, you are not the first support to tell me they really wish Invader's Curse was not a thing, but that's kind of the way it's got to be if people like you are going to be on the battlefield, Neil. Like, you understand.
I don't understand. I don't respect it, and it needs to be reverted.
Well, it won't be, so unlucky for you, I suppose. Real quick, before we move on to our topic today, I wanted to ask you, BaRRa, about this start that you guys did. I think Ghost did it. I don't think I saw you guys do it, Neil, but where the support in the ADC start purple as they have been, but you save Hog and then go straight to your Alpha Harpy and try and secure it with Hog, though Jake missed his Hog because you had already secured it in one of the games, BaRRa, which I thought was funny. What's the big advantage to that start?
Oh, so you're asking me the week before we played?
Listen, dude, you asked me to try and get some info out of Neil. I tried. I had to get Neil on the show somehow, man. Like,
I'm listening.
I had to promise him.
You got my attention all of a sudden.
Listen, BaRRa, just don't actually tell me what the strengths are. Just pretend that, I'm some dumb caster that doesn't understand anything, and that, you're just teaching me what it does at all. And then just all the obvious stuff, and Neil won't learn anything. There you go.
I'll trade. If he tells me why they didn't pick Freya, I'll tell you why we did that start.
Wow, some information trading happening live.
Because I know why you guys do that start, so I ain't trading.
You do? Wait, what?
Of course.
Why is it?
I'm not telling you, but I know.
You won't tell me?
No.
All right, Neil, why do they do that start?
Because now I know that I have information on you. I'm like, if I give you my information, I'm not getting anything back. That's all I'm saying.
What? I could tell you something you possibly don't know.
Only if it's personal, like really personal about your actual life. It's like super personal.
Super personal.
I can tell you.
I don't actually want this. I'm just trolling.
Okay, you don't actually want to learn about me?
I was joking. I want to be like so personal and like weird that you wouldn't like share it on stream.
I'll do it for some Freya info.
I'm not giving you Freya info. I can't be doing that to my team.
What?
So, but if you want to share, everyone. You said you were going to now, so everyone's kind of waiting.
Right, like you don't want to disappoint the chat.
I'm not going to share if he doesn't tell me. Okay,
fine.
Well, let's start. Okay, I mean, Neil, you basically know, right? I would assume you know. You're a smart guy.
I would also assume Neil knows.
Yeah.
For the record.
Okay, so what happens, Aggro, after you clear wave 1? What happens without doing alpha?
The support walks into lane, maybe blinks, depending on if they need to, and they zone the...
No. After you do purple to wave, without doing alpha, what happens?
Oh.
What level are you?
1, unless you're the support.
But what happens if you go after the wave to alpha?
How many minions do you need to get from the wave to hit 2 is really my question, because I think that really determines how good it is, right?
I'm really trying to just, slide this information your way.
Right, I understand, BaRRA, that you both hit level 2. I'm saying, yes, yeah. I see when I'm watching the game, I see you both hit level 2. I'm asking for some more intricate detail. How many minions can you afford to miss and still hit level 2? Are you?
Your questions are too big. Nobody on the Earth knows that. Nobody on the planet knows that. There's no way you could know that, Ryan.
I mean, Flare Boot probably knows.
Flare Boot knows it for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. And then some math guys, Duke Sloth probably. They definitely
will the wave just not kill itself slow and it takes so long for the wave to kill itself you can't possibly get zoned from enough minions to not hit 2. Would be my guess, but maybe it can.
Depends on your gods, depends on their gods, depends on lane
most
pressure.
People don't come into lane just shotgun it down anyways, so half the time they just clear anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of supports try and deny that Alpha Harpy, but it seems pretty much impossible to deny because of Hog.
Unless,
Unless
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Unless I run away and reset it, or Neil is playing a god that can somehow bounce both of us off of the alpha. When do we play, you guys?
Next week.
So, word on the street is next week.
Enough time for Neil's Zeus support to really start to get in there.
True.
So
I was asking for the specific day, but I understand next week. Thank you, guys.
Listen, a lot of misunderstandings here on the pod this week.
We play when we play, man.
I was trying to make it all dramatic, like Friday,
Sunday. Get your tickets now. Kids seats are just $8. Do you remember those commercials back in the day?
Absolutely.
The monster truck rallies, dude.
Unforgettable.
I always wanted to go, dude. Kid seats were just $8, and that's all I'm saying. Like, no way we couldn't afford that. You know what I mean?
I couldn't afford that. That was good.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't buying my own ticket, man. Pittsburgh Knights versus Renegade is Saturday, August 22nd.
So there we go.
There you go.
There you go. Maybe that's the play.
I'll see you there, Neil. Maybe you guys
will you?
The alpha start.
Okay. Maybe we pick Freya. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going
maybe
on.
You do.
Oh. maybe he. Well, I could tell, BaRRA. He wants the Freya. I can see it in his eyes, man. We learned something.
Don't look into my eyes, man. The information's mine.
A Freya player.
Is Steve a Hecate abuser?
He is.
Comment, man.
But I think it could be an Hecate abuser on other gods besides Freya.
Interesting.
How much has Zap played Freya throughout his career? Maybe Zap is uncomfortable on the pick. Interesting.
I think I can find out.
He's played the game for 8 years, and Freya in this form has been out for about 7. So, Neil, maybe we leave Freya open. See what happens. Maybe we just flip the coin.
I'm always down to flip a coin. I'm the biggest. Like, when we're going into game day, like doing drafts, I'm like, whatever, man, let's just gamble this. Who knows?
Did you guys do that at Worlds?
Yeah, quite a bit. Especially like in the Renegade set. Like, we were just like down 2-0, and we're just like, let's just do like something we totally didn't plan on doing, just like ban a Kali, because we didn't want to give him Circuit because he was playing all the time. But we just got railed by Kali twice. So like, let's just give them Circuit and like see what happens, because like we have nothing to lose, and just ban the Kali instead.
I think it worked out for you. I don't know for sure, but I'm willing to say I think that was good. Mabino brings up a good point in chat. Neil is a fan of the Hachiman support. Imagine what he could do with Freya support. I mean, true. Slow on the 2. Like,
you still can build Pridwin on her too, so.
Yep. You could build Gem of Isolation and make your ult slow.
You could. Exactly.
Getting scared yet, BaRRA?
No. Well, we have the Chernobog support on our side.
And the Scylla support.
And the Nox support.
Right. Well, Nox is a good character, so.
No, God. Okay, Neil, what's your opinion on Nox?
Just the most annoying character for tanks in the entire game, and always will be.
And overall, is her kit good or bad?
If you hit your stuff, it's very good.
Thank you. Yep, thank you. That's all. Well, dude, Neil's such a smart guy.
If you miss, then it's the worst character in the freaking game.
Yeah, but don't miss. That's the
Just
point.
Don't miss.
Just don't miss.
Okay. And if they have beads, then what?
Then you get them.
Yeah, you get what? What do you mean, dude? People use blink ults for beads all the time. You think blink ulting is bad, BaRRA, just because it got beads?
No person is blink ulting and then resetting.
Okay.
What do you mean? Sure they are.
I'm gonna pull a Cheerio here, and just to prove you next week, man, I'm picking Nox. We're running it. Let's go,
dude. Cherry didn't do it.
I know he was scared.
Cowardly.
Yeah, he did put me in the dirt. That set. That.
But not as Nox.
But not as Nox. That is true.
But you know he could have if he wanted to. Is the point?
That is messed up. You cannot say that, Ryan.
What do you mean?
That is messed up, man.
Dude, I played against his Nox several times in ranked. Nox jungle and is terrible.
I don't doubt that.
All right, Nox jungle is not good.
That's so bad.
Nox jungle is not good. I'm not advocating for Nox jungle. I'm saying if, like, Paul, for example, literally just spent every day in scrims playing nothing but Nox, literally became a Nox one trick, it would have to get banned against him because that kit is OP if they're good. And if he was just landing every combo, it would have to get permabanned. It would have
I agree. The only problem with Nox, though, is you only have one way to clear the wave, and it's all your damage for everything. So that's the problem there in mid, right? Is you drop your 2, and then, like, the wave can get messed up, too. It's really easy not to hit the whole wave if it's moving.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I'm just sitting here until it's back up. I can, like, root them, but it's rank 1.
Yeah, it doesn't
sometimes
do a
that's
whole
good,
lot.
but I don't know. If her 2 is, like, a lower cooldown or something, I would agree. But you just don't get to do anything in the lane.
I think... what if it was one of the metas where supports are in mid all the time, and you just maxed
and I'm
the
Hachimon or
3?
Izanami?
Yeah, and you can get into the middle of the wave.
I will clear that wave for you, and you
pop
will not
out, and then you just, like, ride along, dude. It's good.
100%. That'd be great.
Seems good to me, man. I don't know. Nox OP, and that's all there is to it. BaRRa, you can continue to be wrong here. It's totally fine. And that transitions us nicely into our topic for today. I want to talk about some of our favorite god kits in the game, because Tsukiyomi just came out. He's real strong, but his kit is real cool, if you ask me. And it got me thinking about some of my favorite kits in the whole game. So I was kind of thinking that we could go role by role and pick, like, the gods, like what we like about some god kits in that role, and just say that they're neat. I don't know. I like talking about god kits.
I love Nox. I think her kit is so good.
Do you mean to say Soul?
Oh, yeah. I think Soul's kit's actually really boring.
Yeah,
really?
Agreed.
I think Soul's kit is sick.
The only cool part about her kit is her ult. You can immune stuff with it. That's it.
Yeah, the ult's cool and her passive's cool.
Yeah, her one's just a very boring ability.
Yeah, it's really just there to keep your heat up, right?
Yeah, and it feels really bad to use, and then lately, anytime I come to a team fight, I have to one before the team fight, because Soul without her passive is one of the worst gods in the game.
Real bad. Real bad.
Yeah, so, like, sometimes her kit's really cool, and other times her kit's, like, absolute garbage, but I guess we'll start with Hunters, and I would say Hu Yi or Heim for, like, coolest kit for Hunters.
Heim's a good one.
Heim... just you can do so many different things with him, and I think it's because he's relatively new as well. I feel like his ceiling hasn't been reached by players.
Yep.
And I mean, his knockup got nerfed, so like his combo with the knockup got nerfed, and that feels kind of bad. But then Hu Yi, I think his Ricochet has just been one of the coolest abilities in Smite for years, and like the pop-off potential is just massive. And the rest of his kit's kind of bland, but yeah, I think those two kits for Hunters for me.
I think those are good ones. I think among Hunters, I think I have to give it to On Her. On Her just feels so satisfying whenever you're doing the On Her things. So I'm gonna give it to the old school guy. And then I really love Apollo, but I don't know how good his kit feels. I think it's just his auto attacks feel the best out of every other Hunter. I've never felt a Hunter that has auto attacks that feel as good as Apollo. I think Medusa, like, lore wise and like kit design tying into the lore, is really good. I think she feels good to use. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Medusa and On Her. It's kind of like the old school ones.
Those ones aren't bad. I would say for sure my number one is, I think, Kyron. I think his kit is super cool.
Yeah,
I think outside of his 2, I guess 2 is like one of the most boring abilities in the game. But like his 1 is super cool. You can cleanse CC, you can cleanse yourself. It has like a really high skill ceiling. His 3 is cool. It's a dash you can use aggressively, kind of like Medusa. And then his ult is just like a really satisfying ability. And then also it can revive you too, which is kind of interesting.
Remember when you were like faster in that ult?
Yeah, it was insane. You were just zooming down the lane.
You had this huge shot. Like that was so insane.
Yeah.
Remember when Chiron 1 used to cripple? Was that good?
That was insane.
That was a thing?
Crazy.
Yeah, on deploy it crippled.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm really glad that Hi-Rez didn't keep just giving everybody a cripple because that would be so bad.
Yeah, I think that was one of the times where community was really upset about mobility in Smite, and the design was like, bet you won't have to worry about it too much if we just give everyone a cripple.
Web cripple time. It's like this gigantic thing that comes with a whole gold pit. I was like, dude, what?
That was so weird, dude.
Other than that, I would say probably I was gonna say Rama, but his whole kit's boring. But like he just feels like a good hunter, and his ult's cool. But I would say Uller, I guess, as well.
Yeah, Uller's definitely up there.
Yeah. His kit's pretty straightforward, but just the amount of options you have are really fun. And like auto canceling if you're really good at them, etc. And skill shots are always fun.
Yeah, I think those are some good answers for sure. All right, Neil, let's go to supports then. I guess we'll stay on the duo lane side, and I guess we'll start with you.
Sure.
Who are some of the coolest? Really, you didn't need to look at a list for hunters, but you need to look at one for supports.
But I had to go to the new list.
Oh, okay, all right.
Guardians now, I guess. But it's weird because like you can play everything, man. You can play like warriors and stuff.
Yep.
Coolest kit. It's kind of weird because Guardians are so different, right? Like some of them like have like crazy amounts of CC and are really supporty, and some of them don't do that at all. Like Bacchus isn't as much like that as like Geb.
Right.
I don't know. I think coolest kits. I think Terra's is like maybe one of the cooler ones because there's so many different options you have with the dash. It's really interesting. I think she doesn't feel the most good though, just like for lack of a better term, just because it takes so long to deploy everything. Like the 2 takes a little bit of while. The dash on the 3 takes a little bit of time. Yep. So she doesn't have like a very good flow to her. And then I think Yemoja probably as well.
Yeah, Yemoja.
Next best one, yeah.
Yemoja, a very cool kit. I don't know how we ever take that god out of competitive viability ever. But the kit is very cool, for sure.
It does a little bit of everything. Like it's just a really like crazy god in terms of support, yeah. Yeah,
she's sick. I'll go next. I think Athena has a really cool kit. Like I really like the way that Athena plays. That being said, I'd like to take this opportunity to reiterate, because I did have some Athenas on my ranked teams recently. Do not, I'm serious here, do not pick that god on my team. Just don't. I will be mad at you.
You need to 3 before you taunt.
You don't, Neil.
Everyone knows you need to 3 first.
You don't, always. Neil. In taunt, the frontliner, dude. I'm building to kill them because I have an Athena on my team. Literally, just taunt the tank and I'll kill them for you.
Taunt the guy in the back that no one can hit, and make sure to 3 first, please.
Just walk around with your dash charged, okay? Because there's no reason not to. If I see a 2-man taunt, if they're jungler, mid, and support, I'll walk in from top right after doing red, and you have to charge up your dash, I want to leave the game. I want to leave. I swear I do. I swear I want to leave. Oh,
I'm writing this down. I will see you in your next rank game.
Please, please, anything but. I just can't stand it. I just can't stand it, man. Oh man. Okay, wait. I'm back, and my mental is reset. Another cool Guardian kit. I think of Cerberus as more of a soul laner, but I do think Cerberus's kit is pretty cool. And he's a Guardian, so I can kind of put him there. I think his 3 is really cool, the way you use Cerb 3. I think that's my favorite one of his abilities. But Ganesh. Yeah, Ganesh. Ganesh is sick.
Oh, that was mine.
Yeah, he's just the coolest. Nesher is the best.
My 2 are Ganesh and Ardio. Ardio just
so boring.
I feel like you can do a lot with Ardio. I know it seems boring, but I feel like the skill cap for Ardio is very high with what you can do in a team fight with her. I feel like the laning phase is kind of simple, but as far as team fighting goes, like when you peel and when you dash, I feel like it's really intricate. Then Ganesh. Yeah. I feel like there's several different ways you can play the kit in team fights, whether you want to dive or like initiate with the ult or keep the ult for backline. And then all all of Ganesh's buns except for his one, in my opinion, are really interesting. And just timing wise in team fights, like when you want to press him. And Sobek's like there, but to a lesser degree, because I feel like Sobek's team fights are really complicated as well.
Yep.
When you want to press your buns and when you want to do things.
Yeah, he's a hard character to play for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't ever give anybody credit for playing Sobek ever in a million years. So
really,
quit asking. I hate that. Okay, when I'm having the least fun playing Smite, I feel like everyone pictures a very specific like character or situation that you're in. Mine is a support Sobek who's the same level as me. That is my least favorite moment in all of Smite. Like, if we are both level 14, I want to leave the game. There's no point, dude. That guy out-trades me. He out-trades me, no matter what I do. It's insane.
I literally had that happen in my SPL game, so. Real cool.
It's no fun. It is no fun. I can't stand him. I can't stand him.
It's funny, too, that you said that RDO, you're like, she has, like, her kit is really interesting, and you have to be, like, there's a lot of difference in player skill in terms of, like, God, like, a good player will make it look better, etc. And I had that conversation with Ryan not too long ago, and I was like, man, that character, like, plays itself. I was like, dude, it is so easy. Like, it's just, like, and we had that conversation with the card. He's like, okay.
I was like, all right, man, like, okay, that's just the way it goes. I don't know. I do think that RDO is interesting in the fact that she's unlike most other Guardians in the sense that she doesn't have giant AoE CC. Like, it's pretty close range, and it's pretty single target for the most part. And so timing your abilities that are all kind of single target is cool in my mind.
Because there's so many RDOs that are just literally face rolling their keyboard, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why don't just wait for me? Like, just give me like 3 seconds and I can effectively combo with you. And like, when they press their heal and like I'm not even in range, like, what are you doing, dog? Like, that is 100 damage. Like, just wait for me.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not that complicated. Maybe you just need like half a brain. So,
yeah. Listen, man, hard to come by at times.
On to the mages.
On to the mages, where there are so many cool ones. The biggest class, so I do feel fine mentioning multiple ones. Ra still feels fantastic. I love Ra. Baron, I love. I think Baron is super cool kit-wise and everything like that. Got to give shout-outs to Giannis and to Zeus when he doesn't suck. But he sucks really hard right now. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. There is one mage kit that is way cooler than every other mage kit in the whole game. And it really is not that close. I think this is my favorite kit in the whole game, period. And it's Merlin. It's got to be, right? Like,
yeah, fair enough.
That god is just so cool. He's so cool, man. I don't know. I just can't get enough of Merlin. I
was gonna say Morrigan, and I was like, come on, man.
No, Morrigan. Okay, I think it's a big misconception that Morrigan is really hard to play. I think that god is really easy to play.
I agree.
Unless you are at like the SPL level, like that. Otherwise, that god, like in casuals, that god is easy wins. It's just impossible to mess up in my mind. But I digress. Neil, how about for you?
That's a tough one. I think you kind of hit the nail on the head with the Merlin. I think that's a really cool, interesting kit. And obviously, I think when the fire stance especially was a bit more viable and they didn't hit the damage numbers so much, you actually had to make a lot of interesting decisions in a fight of what stance you wanted and how the fight was going to play out.
Yeah.
So I like that. I think just since you said some of the other ones I like too, maybe you could give honorable mention to Olrin. I think he's like kind of this unique team fighting mage. His ult is just such a cool mechanic in Smite. I think his kit is a little bit boring, but like his 3's kind of cool. It knocks up, but his ult's really cool. And then outside of that, I think Thoth too. Just a character that plays really, really cool with the mirror. Right, his whole kit kind of has a theme, and
that's
you
a
have
good point.
to play through your mirror. Yeah, and you have a lot of cool things you can do with your dash, how you place your mirror too. So yeah, I'd say Thoth too.
Dude, I wish that we could buff Merlin Fire Stance, but we just like so obviously cannot because he's still getting played in SPL. But all the time, I still transform into Fire Stance, and I'm like, this is just a straight up DPS loss in every single way. It's
like
so,
this thing just sucks.
It's so bad. It's so bad, but it can't get buffed because he's already good enough to see play. BaRRa, who do you like besides Nox?
Real quick, I would just say, I think I'm a fan of just the OG mages. I would say Agni, Ra, and Scylla.
Those are all good.
I feel like Agni is the same as RDO, where I feel like there's just a lot of like things you can do with the kit, and good Agnis make that god look completely different than bad players. Or like even like I feel like I would say a 2800 Agni versus like a 3200 MMR Agni, like there's a big difference there. I just feel like
for sure.
You calling me out in particular? I'm at like 2,800. What's wrong with that, man? Huh?
Oh, I have a Smurf.
Are you 32? Are you 3,200 there? Is this the thing you're pointing out?
I am actually around 3,200.
No, that's a weird
a little flex by BaRRA. Okay.
I am a very bad Agni, so don't worry about that. And then honorable mention to Kronos. I just feel like the ult has just been cool throughout the years. And
yeah, that ult is cool for sure. Okay, on to what I think is the class that has the most cool kits. Assassins. I think assassin kits are really, really dope. Thor is obviously sick. I think Set has one of the coolest kits in the whole game. I think Susano has one of the coolest kits in the whole game. I think Nemesis has one of the coolest kits in the whole game. I love how fluid assassins feel. Pele, I think, is sick. I don't know. I just love assassins. I really do. I actually think like almost all of them feel really good to use.
Yeah, agreed.
I think I would have to limit it to Thor, Serket, Naja for coolest.
Naja is cool. I feel like Naja is a little bit one-dimensional at times, but like when you get the
one-dimensional for a 2,800 M1 player.
Okay. This is a savage
podcast,
man.
Sure, man. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. I deserve that one, I guess. All right. All right. What were you saying, Neil?
I think that, like, Neja is just such a satisfying character. Like, the characters you listed, like, Neja and Thanatos, you didn't say Thanatos, but Thanatos is, like, another really satisfying character when you play him well, right?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of those assassins just have that, like, a Willix, too, like, at a high level, and you're doing a Willix, like, blink pull or whatever, just playing it really well. It feels really satisfying. I'd say Willix is probably up there for me, actually, now I think about it.
Yeah, Willix is a really cool kit, for sure.
There's been a lot of Willix lately in SPL, or has it just been Obey?
No, E United played it as well.
Gotcha.
And it's always like 10th pick, and I'm pretty sure it's like 0-4.
Yep.
I do not think
cool
of this
kit.
one. Cool kit though. You gotta give her that credit. I mean, that's a cool kit, no doubt. Shout outs to Paul, by the way. I saw him waving in the background, so I guess I'll give him one.
Mr. Burger.
Among warriors, I do think warriors are a little bit limited. I would say my two favorite warrior kits are Cucullin and Arthur. I think those two are the coolest kits. Yeah. Arthur, when you're flow state, man, when you're in the flow state, you know, you turn your brain off and you just get to cruise through the team fights and you're just slamming buttons left and right. Like, nothing feels that good, dude. Nothing.
Yeah, I think those are two spot on. I think an honorable mention maybe to I think actually Mulan might be up there for me too. It's a cool kid. And then Horus. Horus is a bit different than most other warriors.
Yeah, Horus is sweet.
I'd say yeah, those two, and then Mulan and Horus as well.
Osiris is really cool too. I like Osiris a lot. I don't know why. I feel like Osiris is like model in the way he walks and like the way his abilities like feel when you use them. Like, that's what a warrior should feel like. You know what I mean? Like, that dude just beats ass. That's all. He's there to do one thing and one thing only, and that's to make sure that no ADC has any fun at all in his game. And I feel like
Bologna too.
Yeah, Bologna's cool for that same reason, for sure. They just have like quintessential warrior kits. I do have to give some shout out to Hercules, because I've been spamming him in support, even though not in solo, and it is just broken, dude. It is just broken.
Ranked? How dare you?
Wait, Neil, can you help me with something?
Sure.
So the other day, I've hit in 2 consecutive days. I hit 2 blinks, like where I 2 and then blink before I hit it, but then I keep messing up the driving strike afterwards because I don't know where it puts them in relation to my character model anymore. Mike was telling me I have to like. So if they're at 12 o'clock on a clock face, you 2 turn to 6 o'clock, blink, then you have to turn back to 12 o'clock, walk forward a little bit to get underneath them, and then turn back to 6 to push them behind you. Is that how it works? Like,
yeah,
you have to...
because they still get pulled like in front of you, because it's the way the pull works. It pulls to Herc's model like to the front of it, right? So when you blink, they're still gonna come to the front, so you have to like run behind them. Because
I keep trying to like I blink. I turn and blink, and then I try and like backstep my way so that they'll land in front of me, but it never works.
It's just the same as if you didn't blink at all, right? If you just pulled someone, you have to run around them and push them. It's the same thing, but you just have to like turn your camera again.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That turns up the APM a little bit. And that scares me. You know, I'm a 2800 MMR player, so who knows if I'll be able to do it consistently, I guess. BaRRA, did you say your favorite warriors?
No. I feel like I don't really have one. I feel like Achilles and Arthur and Wukong and Herc would be there for me, but I just feel like their kits are just so bland.
Yeah, I agree. Like a lot of the warrior kits who are kind of cool also just feel kind of whatever.
I think that's kind of like the nature of warriors, though, right? They're supposed to be like the jack of all trades, master of none. Like you kind of have to have pretty simplistic kits in order to do that, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, chat spamming tier, but tier is only great when like the movement speed builds meta and you can like easily dodge around fights. Like full tank tier does not feel nearly as good as like hybrid tier, like movement speed tier,
or just power tier and just one shot people.
Or power tier. I didn't think of that one.
The old Lassus jungle tier, dude. Those were the days, huh?
That was disgusting. That was an era.
Those were not fun metas.
Isn't it crazy how many buffs tier got? And then it was like buff after buff after buff after removing the blue stance knockup. And then he gets the blue stance knockup back. And the only reason he's any good is because of movement speed abuse. Like, that's literally the only way he's playable.
Yeah.
He's got to be playable, man. He has to be.
A lot of characters just, like, kind of mess with him, though. Like, he's so easy to disrupt. And then on top of that, if you got these movement speed builds, any hard CC get hit by it kills you. And then on top of that, too, like I don't know, man.
I feel like against like, you know, a crit hunter or like a very powerful magical ADC as a movement speed build, you kind of get 3-tapped.
Because you kind of stunlock yourself too with your abilities in a way, like if you had beads or if you miss. And then on top of that, a lot of characters nowadays have knockup immunity. Knockup immunity is pretty prevalent in a lot of kits too, right? So
yeah, that's true. That's a good point. There's a lot more knockup immunity now. Unlucky for the tier mains out there for sure.
Can you play it into AMA? I mean, not asking for anyone in particular. But,
yeah, you can.
Why not?
Okay. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
I don't see why not. I think
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you'll see what happens. Okay, that actually does segue us nicely into our wrap-up weird question, which is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is it Shark Week this week? Is that still a thing that people get excited about, like Shark Week?
I keep seeing advertisements for it, but I do not care.
You're not a shark fan?
I don't care, really.
That's toxic.
Well, BaRRA, do you like sharks?
I don't hate sharks.
I don't hate sharks. Stop painting a picture here, man. I do not hate sharks.
Neil, what did sharks do to you?
I'm not going down this road, man.
I'm trying to figure out if it is Shark Week. I feel like I keep seeing ads for it.
Yeah, I think it is Shark Week. I think it is. If a shark god were to be added into Smite, what class would it have to be? I feel like it would have to be like an assassin, right?
Kind
of like
a warrior
burrowing under the ground.
Shark?
Wait, what did you say, Neil?
What if it's a whale shark? It could be like a big tanky whale shark kind of character.
Oh yeah, that could be a guardian.
What are we talking about here?
What's a whale shark?
Look it up. It's fascinating.
It's the world's biggest mammal.
I thought you hated sharks, Neil.
There's a whale shark at the Georgia Aquarium, BaRRA. It's like one of the only ones in captivity.
Oh, then I saw it. Oh yeah, I think it was massive.
Yeah,
dude, it's huge. Isn't it nuts? Yeah, I guess Sobek is kind of... Well, Sobek's a crocodile, right? Like, he's not a shark.
Skin, though.
Yeah, he has a shark skin, but I'm talking a shark god.
Yeah, I don't know. You're just right. It just has to be an assassin, right? But that's kind of lame, though. Maybe a hunter in some weird world. I don't know.
What?
Why not?
What's he shooting?
What's he other baby sharks? I don't know, man. Water out of his mouth, dude.
What?
It just...
I don't know, man. There's weirder things in mythology.
I guess that's true.
Shoot some chum out of his mouth. I don't know, man.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That would be gross for sure.
Teeth? Sure, teeth or something. I don't know.
Apparently, I was wrong in saying the whale shark is the world's biggest mammal. Streetfish 4 says blue whale, and their name is Streetfish, so they gotta be right when it comes to the fish, right?
That is true.
They've got to be right for sure. What would you guys say is your favorite animal?
Chipmunk.
What?
What? Okay. It's cool, it's cute, and it's adorable. And I love seeing them outside my house.
That's fair. All right, fair enough.
So I just get excited. They're just better than squirrels.
Why?
Fair enough.
They're smaller and cuter.
Obviously, Ryan, they're smaller and cuter, man.
But don't squirrels have bigger, cuter tails? I feel like
that's true.
I feel like squirrels are cuter than chipmunks, right?
No, I might be coming around to squirrels now that you mention it.
Okay, that's just incorrect. There's no world where squirrels are cuter.
I'm looking it up right now.
There are some squirrels that look real evil, and that's got to skew it towards chipmunks again. Like some squirrels are like do not look nice.
Like mice are cuter than rats, and this is the same thing.
Not always.
Bro.
What? Okay, actually maybe. What? I am being pulled really back and forth here. I don't
know
Neil,
you are really just playing both sides of the aisle here, my guy.
Who's gonna stop me?
Chipmunks are pretty cute, but I think squirrels might be cuter because of the bushy tail.
Dude, everything is cute about a chipmunk, including the tail.
It's fine, I guess.
What?
It's not the best tail I've ever seen.
All right, Ryan, what's yours, man? We need to flame you now. Don't say something silly, man.
Yeah, I am a big fan of a lot of different animals. I'm an animal lover, I would say. But
thanks for setting the record straight.
I think hawks are super cool. I like hawks.
Cool.
And eagles. Like a golden eagle. I think I'm going to say golden eagle.
Terrifying. Those things are so scary.
Dude, they really are. They are really scary. Ooh, foxes is a good one by Ascended Hat in chat. I like foxes quite a bit. But
well, you said favorite animal, so if you could just narrow it down to one.
All right, a golden eagle. That's what I'm going to go with. I think eagles are cool.
That's your favorite animal?
Yeah. You got a problem with that, BaRRA?
You're looking it up right now, aren't you?
Because it would eat yours? Is that the problem? It would literally eat yours as a light afternoon snack?
The talons on the... It wouldn't even bother eating it. It would say, screw you.
Ooh, honorable mention to bears. Because I think bears are really funny. Like, they do funny stuff. Like, you'll see pictures... Okay. You'll see pictures of bears, like, sitting down at a picnic table and eating. I think that's hilarious. So I'm going to go bears number 2 for the record.
Have you ever seen an eagle in person?
Not up close, but I have like flying in the sky. Yeah,
they are terrifying.
They're real big.
Their talons are gigantic. It is absurd.
Yeah, they are very
literally rip you apart.
Yeah, like if a golden eagle decided it wanted like a toddler, like it could have it, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like it's in the cards for it. Like
yes,
if it wanted
it's in the cards.
Like if I had a toddler, like. The only thing stopping a golden eagle from taking it would be them not wanting it, because otherwise, like, it's theirs. You know, I wouldn't have a say in it. Neil, what's your favorite animal?
I would say perhaps an ocelot.
What?
Perhaps. I didn't put a lot of thought into this.
An ocelot of thought.
The most time out of anyone.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking. I just sat there. I was listening.
These are
I heard a lot of what you guys had to say.
These are cool looking. Ocelots, they're a cat, it looks like. The ocelot is a small wild cat native to the southwestern United States, Mexico, and Central and South America.
They're just real cute.
They are pretty cute.
Like a jaguar and a cat had babies or something?
Well,
not jaguar.
Are you asking like if that's literally what happened, or like if that's just kind of no? I don't think so.
They have very small faces. That's what
I never claimed to be an expert. But I don't believe so.
Why is it called an ocelot? That's like a really like big cat names are very they're very like consonant heavy. You know, like jaguar, like cheetah, like they've got these panther. Like I think of like these big like I don't know consonant heavy sounds, and ocelots just don't have that.
That's fair.
It can apparently get up to 44 pounds.
It's pretty big.
That's sizable.
A
small dog, I guess a medium size, not a small dog, but
interesting.
Yeah, I would say honorable mention to pandas too, because I saw a panda article this morning and it was adorable. Like a little baby panda.
I'm getting roasted in chat for saying both cheetah and jaguar are consonant heavy. I'm saying that the syllables that you enunciate on, they are pretty consonant heavy. Like when I think of cheetah, I'm thinking like ch, you know. When I'm thinking of jaguar, I'm thinking like g. You know what I mean? So there you go. That's what you have.
I actually have your back on that. I agree.
Thank you, BaRRa. For once, BaRRa has a good opinion, though maybe now this makes my opinion bad.
A little worse.
Well, anyways, I'll see BaRRa in the 2800 Qs, I guess. Neil, you'll have to come down to my level. Yeah, see you on the links, although apparently not, because you're practicing for your set against BaRRaCCuDDa this week, which
it's true.
I don't understand. Like,
Do you know if Zap would play? Does Zap play on stream the things he'll play in SPL?
If you're asking if Zap played anything remotely close to how he did on stream in SPL, we would be having issues.
No, it should be
not even a good question.
Like if he's playing Frey on stream, will he pick it in SPL?
Maybe.
Why not?
Well,
there you have it. Why not? Thank you very much to andNeilMah for joining us as always. For those of you listening, please give us a rating. For those of you watching, listen and then give us a rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Shout outs to Prediction Esports as always. Make sure you check out all of their good stuff on all the different esports they have podcasts on. We will see you guys next week. BaRRa, I'm gonna spring this idea on you live on podcast. So
cool.
That you have to give me an answer right away. I was thinking maybe next week we have a guest on that's a caster, and then you ask us caster questions instead of me asking you guys player questions all the time. Thoughts?
What's a caster question?
That's for you to know and me to be on the receiving end of.
Sounds good. I'll do
it. All right, cool. That would be cool. Let's do that next week. So make sure you guys tune in next week. Same time, same place, 8 p.m. at twitch.tv/Prediction Esports. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. BaRRa, do your signature bye.
Bye. Oh, that wasn't it. Bye. 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 I can't do it. It's too much pressure.
Please do it.
Bye.
Which one is it? I've never heard.